Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Test.
Just XSplit took forever to load. I had to exit that again, and then when I did that, it came right up. I'm like, where was this the previous 4 times?
Alrighty, if you can hear me at the radio station, we're going to go in about 30 seconds.
Are you ready? This is Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils basketball on midpennbroadcasting.com.
Tonight's game brought to you by F&M Trust. If your banking relation feels too distant lately, switch to F&M Trust. F&M Trust is local and makes sure banking is done your way every day. Learn more at fnmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC. Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. The Franklin County Visitors Bureau, your great moments are waiting in Franklin County. Let the Franklin County Visitors Bureau help you plan your visit to the beautiful Cumberland Valley. United States Air Force. Aim high, make a living with a career that makes a difference. The U.S. Air Force. Dale Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 40 years. Shippensburg Physical Therapy with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializing in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Greencastle Eye Care, a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Greencastle community since 1984. Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle, your local heating and air conditioning professionals. The Sports Page, your news source for Franklin County sports, is at thesportspage.blog. Franklin Hardware and Pet Center, 1975 Philadelphia Avenue in Chambersburg. Horace Mann, founded by educators for educators. Visit Greencastle Representative Jeff Coons, 116 South Antrim Way, Greencastle. Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County. Olympian Athletics, 55 West Main Street, Waynesboro. Let us outfit your team with uniforms, warm-ups, hats, and so much more. Monnour Pharmacy of St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin Drugstore of Chambersburg. And Klein Tours. Visit kleintours.net for a complete tour schedule.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Greencastle Antrim Senior High School for this evening's Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division matchup between the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils and the Lady Bulldogs from Big Spring High School. Good evening, I'm John Freeman with you as the Blue Devils and the Lady Bulldogs both look to wrap up the regular season here tonight in Greencastle. The Blue Devils come into the game with a record of 12 wins and 3 losses on the season, 10-3 in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. Big Spring is 14-2 overall and 11-2 in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. Big Spring, with a victory tonight, would move into a first-place tie for the division championship with Shippensburg. The Shippensburg Greyhounds have already completed the season. They are 12-2, and a win here by Big Spring would push them into a tie in a conference or a division co-championship situation with Shippensburg. The Blue Devils looking for the win tonight. If they do, they would finish in a tie for second place with Big Spring. Both teams do have postseason aspirations. Both teams are well on their way to qualifying for the postseason, and as things stand right now, both Greencastle and Big Spring would have a first-round home game in the District 3 playoffs when they get underway next week. Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. We're going to take a break and be back with a preview of tonight's game. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network, midpennbroadcasting.com, thesportspage.blog, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org.
Underwear. To kids, it's a funny word. Underinsured. To grown-ups, not so funny. While they're both about coverage, most people don't know they're probably underinsured. And it makes sense. They tried to save a few bucks, pressed a few buttons, and click bing boom, a policy. But at Erie Insurance, our policies can be tailored to meet your needs, like our guaranteed replacement cost coverage. So if the worst happens, you can rebuild your entire home, no matter what it costs. It's the coverage a grown-up like you deserves, at fair prices that often beat the other guys. Talk to Erie about what's right for exactly where you are in life, not over or under where you are. And yes, I just said underwear again.
Your local Erie agent is Antrim Insurance Agency, 717-593-0500.
Guaranteed replacement costs subject to conditions and limitations. Go to erieinsurance.com/Erie Secure Home or talk to your Erie agent for more information.
Erie Insurance.
Banking done your way. It's the power to make life better. It's the convenience of managing funds anytime, anywhere with mobile banking. Even better, it's the satisfaction of working with local pros who are more responsive and in tune with you. That's why today, more families and businesses are choosing F&M Trust. So when you're ready to have banking done your way, visit any of F&M Trust's 22 locations, all right here in South Central PA, and online at fmtrust.bank. Member FDIC.
Barn Quilt Trails are in 45 states in America, and the newest trail is in Franklin County, Pennsylvania. Follow the trail, the Stitches in Time Barn Quilt Trail. It is a great way to explore Franklin County any time of the year. 36 quilt squares hosted at more than 24 sites, showcases of the charm of small towns, the beauty of farmland and forest, share stories of history, and commemorates family and friends. Visit ExploreFranklinCountyPA.com to view the guidebook online or download a copy. Contact 717-552-2977 if you would like a copy mailed. It's a great way to explore Franklin County, PA.
You can count on Premier HVAC services for all your heating and cooling needs. Same-day service, free estimates, 24-hour emergency services, price match guarantee, and free second opinions. Phone 717-597-9900 or visit us online at premierhvacpa.com. Premier HVAC Services, the experience you deserve.
Greencastle Eye Care Center has been the area's premier eye care provider since 1984. Dr. Sandra Fink-Freeman and Dr. Charlie Parsons provide comprehensive eye exams, including medical eye exams and contact lens fittings for patients from age 1 to over 100. The office has a complete optical department with a wide variety of frames for adults and children. Conveniently located in the John Grove Medical Center off Exit 5 along I-81, Greencastle Eye Care Center is your family eye care provider, always accepting new patients. Call us at 717-597-7708.
Mondor Pharmacy in St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin's Drugstore of McConnellsburg, your friendly neighborhood pharmacy. Free delivery and drive-through at all 3 locations. We carry Willow Tree products as well as other gift items. Mondor Pharmacy of St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin's Drugstore of McConnellsburg. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And welcome back to Greencastle Antrim Senior High School. About 5 minutes away, we'll call it, before the start of tonight's game between the Blue Devils and the Bulldogs. These two schools met back on February 5th of 2021 in a game played at Big Spring. Greencastle came away with a 37-33 victory in that game over the Bulldogs. Greencastle led 19-9 at the half and then held off a late Big Spring comeback. Sage Wilhide knocked down a late three-point shot, and Lauren Poole with a couple of big free throws down the stretch to seal the win for Greencastle. In that game, Wilhide led the Blue Devils with 9 points, while Mia Libby and Lauren Poole each had 5. Libby Norika for Big Spring led the Bulldogs with 13 points. In that game, Greencastle comes into the game tonight on a 4-game winning streak. The Blue Devils defeating Waynesboro on the road Wednesday night, 49-23 in their most recent game. Big Spring comes in on a 7-game winning streak. The Bulldogs with a huge win Wednesday night. They defeated Shippensburg at Shippensburg by a score of 20-17. A rough week for Shippensburg, who came into the week undefeated in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. Then they dropped a game Monday to Greencastle and Wednesday to Big Spring. So two of the hottest teams in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division going at it tonight. One thing we've seen from Greencastle over this little run that they've had over the past 4 or 5 games is defense. Greencastle was allowed an average of just 24 points over their prior 4 games. Meanwhile, Big Spring has allowed just 22 points in their last 2 games. 5 to Boiling Springs on Tuesday, and then just 17 points to Shippensburg on Wednesday. So if everything plays out as we kind of expect, look for a low-scoring, high defensive intensity type of game as the Blue Devils and Bulldogs go at it here from Greencastle. Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. We're going to take one final break. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the tip-off for tonight's game between Greencastle and Big Spring. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network, midpennbroadcasting.com, thesportspage.blog, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org.
Banking done your way. It's the power to make life better by working with local pros who are more in tune with you. When you're ready to have banking done your way, visit any of F&M Trust's 22 locations, all here in South Central PA, and online at fmtrust.bank.
Most companies ask for applicants with experience. But where do you get that experience unless somebody gives you a job? Let the U.S. Air Force help. We offer comprehensive job training in over 140 specialties, and we're willing to help pay for the cost of your education to finish your degree. You'll gain unmatched experience for your untapped potential with the United States Air Force. For more information, please contact Sergeant Sear at 717-480-7254. This message was brought to you by the U.S. Air Force in collaboration with Penn Broadcasting.
Turn your house into a home at Franklin Hardware and Pet Center. We specialize in pet supplies, lawn care, and hunting, camping, and fishing supplies. Franklin Hardware and Pet Center, 1975 Philadelphia Avenue, Chambersburg. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Phone 717-263-2624.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
At Horace Mann, we believe educators are taking care of our children's future and deserve to have someone help them take care of theirs. That's why we're here, to help educators protect what they have today with quality, affordable insurance and prepare for tomorrow with a variety of financial solutions. Visit your Greencastle representative, Jeff Coons, at 140 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, or call 717-597-4532. Horace Mann, founded by educators for educators.
Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
When it comes to your HVAC needs, you want to call the experts. At Lecron's Comfort Solutions, we specialize in the sale and service of Trane Mitsubishi electric ductless systems. These heating and air conditioning systems provide you maximum comfort at home. As the Trane Mitsubishi Electric Ductless Pro, Lecron's Comfort Solutions is proud to serve the greater Greencastle area, including Mercersburg, Waynesboro, and Chambersburg. Lecron Comfort Solutions. Visit lcomfortsolutions.com and book your free estimate today.
And welcome back to Greencastle Antrim Senior High School, just a few minutes away from the start of tonight's game between the Blue Devils and the Bulldogs. The national anthem has been played, getting set for the starting lineups here for tonight's game. For the Big Spring Bulldogs, the starting five will consist of number 10, Ava Wilson, number 21, Layla Moore, number 25, Lainey Norika. She's the one that led all scores the last time these two schools played. She had 13 points in that game up at Big Spring on February 5th. The other two starters this evening for Big Spring will be number 30, Aaliyah Eisenberg, and number 34, Emily Sullivan. Big Spring is coached by Randy Jones, longtime head coach for the Lady Bulldogs program. Meanwhile, Greencastle starting five tonight, somewhat familiar. Leading off, number 1 will be Haley Noblet, number 12, Mia Libby, number 14, senior Sage Wilhide, number 5, Jenna Powell, and number 30, Lauren Poole. Noblet, three-point shot in and out won't fall. Lainey Noriga runs down the rebound for Big Spring. Just underway from Greencastle, 7:35 to go opening quarter. No score in this matchup between Greencastle and Big Spring. Near corner three by Emily Sullivan won't go. Ball's deflected around. Jenna Powell comes away with the rebound for the Blue Devils. Quickly up the floor, Mia Libby near corner. Libby left-handed dribble, trips over the foot of a Big Spring player, and a foul will be called. I think that might have been Layla Moore's foot that got in the way. And the foul is on Moore, her first of the game, first team foul for Big Spring, and the Blue Devils will inbound the basketball underneath their own basket with 7:17 to go here in this opening quarter. Mia Libby to inbound the ball for Greencastle, has a little bit of trouble, finally gets it into Haley Noblet. Noblet looks to drive, kick it around. Lauren Poole with the basketball between the circles, comes near side to Libby. Libby looks to penetrate, not a whole lot there. Nice defense by Aaliyah Eisenberg. Now Poole with the basketball, looks to drive, cut off nicely, swing pass over to Libby. Libby double team, looking to get rid of the ball. Noblet looking for an opening. Again, a very strong man-to-man defense here by Big Spring as Greencastle tries to find an opening. Now Libby again looks to penetrate, kick it out to Wilhide. Open three on the way, a little strong in the rebound. Pulled down by Ava Wilson for Big Spring. Quickly, Big Spring brings it up the floor now. Eisenberg will slow things down, kick it over far side to Layla Moore. Moore gives it up to Sullivan. Sullivan bounce pass back to Moore. Far wing with the basketball up top to Ava Wilson. Wilson with a dribble exchange to Emily Sullivan. Sullivan goes inside to Moore. Moore with a left-handed dribble looking for a teammate. Finally works it over to Noriga. Lainey Noriga with the ball. Nice drive, nice pass to Wilson. Ball goes through her hands. But Moore is there to pick up the loose ball. Can't hit the shot. Ball is on the floor, and Greencastle comes away with it. Under 6 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Greencastle with the basketball. No score. Now Noblet will let fly for three. That's short. A nice hustle there by Layla Moore to come up with the loose basketball. She goes to the floor, but is able to get it off to Sullivan. Sullivan across the timeline into the front court. Comes near side to Moore. Moore high post to Noriga. She's going to go far corner to Eisenberg. Eisenberg left-handed dribble in the paint, kick it out to Moore. A little bit high. Moore does a nice job to catch that pass. Now Big Spring will kind of settle things down and get their offense restarted. 5:25 to go first quarter. Still no score. Again, two outstanding defensive teams. Maybe not expecting a whole lot of points tonight as both these teams have been playing outstanding defense the past couple weeks. On the other end, Noblet takes it strong to the basket. She can't get it to fall. Noriga with the rebound for Big Spring. Up ahead of the pack is number 34. That's Emily Sullivan. She couldn't get it to fall. End-to-end action here from Greencastle. Three-point shot. Sage Wilhide is short. Libby with the rebound. Strong to the hoop and good. Mia Libby with a nice job getting that rebound high off the glass and scoring. And the Blue Devils with the first points of the game at the 4:53 mark. As Mia Libby will attempt to make it a three-point game, and a mass substitution here for Big Spring. 5 fresh players on the floor as the 5 starters head to the bench, and Libby will attempt to complete the three-point play here. Free throw on the way and good. Mia Libby, 3 points in the game, and the Blue Devils with a 3-0 lead in the basketball game. Haley Snyder with the basketball gives it over to Maylee Noriga. Again, Big Spring swapping all 5 players. Now there's a steal by Noblet. Now Noblet's going to look to push it off to Jenna Powell. Powell double team, shot off the glass is good. And a timeout will be called by Big Spring. So a nice job there by Haley Noblet with the steal. Gets the pass off to Jenna Powell. Powell with the finish. And a 30-second timeout called by Big Spring. So we'll stay right here as the Blue Devils out to a 5-0 lead here at the 4:35 mark of the first quarter. Again, we said before, these two teams have been playing outstanding defense. If you look at Greencastle's last 4 games, they've only allowed 13, 43, 16, and 23 points over those last 4 games. For Big Spring, it's 35, 26, 5, and 17. So both these teams know how to play defense, and in a game where every point will be critical, this 5-0 lead for Greencastle was a good start for the Blue Devils. Timeout has been completed. Big Spring with the basketball across the timeline. With it is number 25, Lainey Noriga. Now to number 40, that's Molly Gutshaw with the basketball. Lob it inside to Noriga. She had it knocked away. Ball's loose. Nice job there by Gutshaw to come away with it. Inside to Noriga. Her shot high off the glass won't fall. Loose ball on the floor. Number 22, Diana Kepner with the shot. And Kepner was fouled, and she will go to the line. Blue Devil foul called on number 30, Lauren Poole, her first. Just the first team foul in the game for Greencastle. Free throw in and out for Kepner. She will get a second opportunity here. Greencastle with a 5-0 lead, 4:12 to go first quarter. Kepner's second opportunity on the way, off the back of the rim, no good. Ball kept alive by Big Spring. Shot by Noriga won't fall. There's Gutshaw underneath with the basketball. Her pass was stolen. Has nice work underneath by Molly Gutshaw to keep the ball alive, but Greencastle able to come away with the bad pass and the steal. On the other end, Haley Noblet with the basketball. She's guarded by Noriga. Noblet gives it off to Mia Libby near wing. Libby looks to drive. Nice defense there. Nice help defense by Maylee Noriga. Now Noblet looks to penetrate, dribble left hand, tough shot won't fall. Rebound pulled down by Haley Snyder for Big Spring. Quickly the Bulldogs look to counterattack up the other end. Skip pass all the way across to Kepner. She'll pull up for 12 feet, a little strong there, but Gutshaw is right there. And Molly Gutshaw takes the, we'll call it a pass, and the follow. So her first 2 points of the night, and Big Spring is on the board at the 3:25 mark of the first quarter. Blue Devils with the basketball, 5-2 lead, 3-point shot by Mia Libby won't go. Rebound pulled down underneath by Molly Gutshaw for Big Spring. Now the Bulldogs look to counterattack quickly. Nice strong move to the basket there by Lainey Noriga. And 4 points in a row for Big Spring, and the Bulldogs back within 1, 5-4. Greencastle with the basketball and the lead, 2:53 to go in the opening quarter. Will Hyde off a screen for 3, comes up empty, and the ball will go out of bounds. And we'll go back over to the Bulldogs. Again, more substitutions here for Big Spring. 4 fresh players into the game. Looks to be, for the most part, the original starting 5. 1 substitute in there. Lainey Noriga with the basketball goes over to Maylee Noriga. And that pass goes to her hands out of bounds. And I'm guessing they're sisters because she gave her a look only a sister might give another sister when that ball went through her hands. So the Blue Devils with the basketball near side. Mia Libby looks to drive, cut off nicely there by Eisenberg. Skip pass all the way across to Haley Noblet. Noblet, little drop off to Lauren Poole for three is good. So a big 3-point bucket there for Lauren Poole, and the Blue Devils back up by 4, 8-4. Greencastle with the lead, 2:10 to go in the opening quarter. Layla Moore gives it off to Noriga. Lainey Noriga looks to penetrate, kicks it off to Eisenberg, back to Noriga. She drives in the paint, gets a bounce pass to Wilson, and Ava Wilson was fouled. Foul was on the floor, so Big Spring will inbound the basketball underneath their own hoop. Mia Libby called for the foul, her first. Left alone is Layla Moore for three, and that is good. So Moore with her first bucket of the night gets Big Spring back to within 1, 8-7. Blue Devils with the lead and the basketball, 1:40 to go in the first quarter here from Greencastle. Libby comes near side to Haley Noblet. Noblet goes skip pass all the way across to Lauren Poole. Now back to Noblet. Noblet looks to penetrate, cut off by Lainey Noriga. Now Lauren Poole thought about a three, comes near side to Sage Wilhide. Wilhide, not a lot of room. Bounce pass all the way across to Noblet for three is good. Haley Noblet with her first basket of the night. Blue Devils back up by 4. 11-7, Greencastle with the lead. Clock ticking down to 1 minute to go here in the opening quarter from Greencastle. Moore with the basketball on the far wing, goes underneath. Nice shot up by Noriga, won't fall. And the Blue Devils come away with the rebound. Mia Libby quickly up the floor, going coast to coast. Can't get the shot to fall. Ball was in the hands of a Big Spring player. She lost it. And now Libby is shoved from behind to the ground. And a foul will be called on Big Spring. Ava Wilson called for the foul. As Jenna Powell into the game, Olivia Winslow also in the game for Greencastle. Lauren Poole heads to the bench, inbound to Wilhide off a screen. 3-point shot is good. So a set play there for Sage Wilhide off the screen. Wilhide knocks down the three, her first basket. And the Blue Devils with their biggest lead of the night, 14-7. 6 straight points for Greencastle off a pair of 3-pointers. And the Blue Devils again extending that lead out to 7 points. Eisenberg with the basketball for Big Spring was trapped in the corner, tried to throw it off a Greencastle player's foot and missed. And the ball goes out of bounds, and Greencastle will get back possession of the basketball with 15.8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Blue Devils with a 14-7 lead over Big Spring. Noblet across the timeline gets it into Olivia Winslow, down to 5 seconds. 3-point shot by Sage Wilhide, a little strong. And that's going to hit the floor, go out of bounds. It will be Big Spring's ball. But with just 0.8 on the clock, probably not a whole lot they can do. And they're just going to throw it in bounds. And that will end the first quarter. 8 minutes of basketball in the books. Greencastle with a 14-7 lead over Big Spring. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network. MidPennBroadcasting.com, thesportspage.blog, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org.
Banking done your way. It's the power to make life better. It's the convenience of managing funds anytime, anywhere with mobile banking. Even better, it's the satisfaction of working with local pros who are more responsive and in tune with you. That's why today, more families and businesses are choosing F&M Trust. So when you're ready to have banking done your way, visit any of F&M Trust's 22 locations, all right here in South Central PA, and online at fmtrust.bank. Member FDIC.
When it comes to your HVAC needs, you want to call the experts. At Lecron's Comfort Solutions, we specialize in the sale and service of Trane Mitsubishi electric ductless systems. These heating and air conditioning systems provide you maximum comfort at home. As the Trane Mitsubishi Electric Ductless Pro, Lecron's Comfort Solutions is proud to serve the greater Greencastle area, including Mercersburg, Waynesboro, and Chambersburg. Lecron Comfort Solutions. Visit lcomfortsolutions.com and book your free estimate today.
Second quarter underway from Greencastle. Blue Devils with the basketball to start things out. Greencastle with a 14-7 lead after the first quarter, and a foul called on Big Spring. That, I believe, will be on number 30, Aaliyah Eisenberg. And that will be her first foul of the game, fourth team foul for Big Spring. No players in any semblance of foul trouble early. Big Spring again with 14 fouls. 4 different players with only 1 foul. And there's a whistle on the floor. And I believe the Blue Devils are going to be the guilty party there, as Jenna Powell called for the foul, her first of the game. Just underway, second quarter from Greencastle. John Freeman with you, 7:29 to go until halftime. Blue Devils with a 14-7 lead over Big Spring. Moore tries to go to the basket. Noblet took it away from her, but I think they're going to say Noblet was standing on the end line perhaps, as the ball will go back to Big Spring. Moore inbounds the pass to Lainey Noriga. She looks to drive, cut off nicely there by the Blue Devils. Moore with the basketball between the circles, guarded by Haley Noblet. Moore looks for an opening, really not a whole lot there. Now she's going to try and give it away. The count was on her, and I think she got rid of that ball in probably about 4.5 seconds. Kepner to the basket, can't get it to fall. Ball hits the ground, goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Devils. So Big Spring will keep possession, trying to cut into this 7-point Greencastle lead. Under 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Inbound to Eisenberg, three-point shot, misses the mark. Scramble for the loose ball. Sage Wilhide comes away with it for Greencastle. Quickly up the floor, Lauren Poole with the basketball. She'll let it fly for 3. That's too strong. And then a jump ball will be called as Jenna Powell is tied up with a Big Spring player. So the possession arrow points the way of Big Spring as Molly Gutschall checks back into the game for Big Spring. She'll replace Ava Wilson. As the Blue Devils with a little pressure on the inbound. Now they're going to back off and set up their defense. 2-3 zone for Greencastle. Moore with the basketball. Gives up the dribble, gets it off to Noriga. Noriga drives to the basket, shot won't fall. And the ball goes out of bounds, and Greencastle will get possession of the basketball. No scoring here so far in the second quarter. Greencastle still with a 14-7 lead, 6:23 to go until halftime. In this matchup between two teams with 26 combined wins and only 5 losses, so 2 of the top teams in the Colonial Division going at it tonight. Mia Libby with the basketball, had it deflected. Nice steal there by Diana Kepner. Kepner is going to go down the far side of the floor. Now she's going to kick it inside to Gutschall. Left-handed dribble in the paint, get it back out. 3-point shot on the way by Kepner, comes up short. Nice job there by Moore underneath. Her follow won't go, but Gutschall comes away with it and then lost it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Back to the Blue Devils with 5:51 to go here in this first quarter. And a full 60-second timeout called by Mike Ryan. We'll take a break. 5:51 to go until halftime. Blue Devils with a 14-7 lead over Big Spring. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network. MidPennBroadcasting.com, thesportspage.blog, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org.
Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
.51 to go until halftime. Greencastle with a 14-7 lead over Big Spring. Four Blue Devil players with 3 points in the game. Haley Noblet, Mia Libby, Sage Wilhide, and Lauren Poole. 2 points so far tonight for Jenna Powell. 14 points for the Blue Devils as they take the basketball coming out of the timeout. Nice interior pass to Lauren Poole. Her turnaround jumper won't go. Loose ball chased down by Poole. Now she's in trouble on the sideline and is able to throw it off the foot of Lainey Noriga. So the Blue Devils will get the ball back. Mia Libby to inbound the basketball for Greencastle. And she just throws it off the leg of Leah Eisenberg. Again, that tough Big Spring defense making it difficult for Greencastle to get the ball in bounds. Greencastle does get it in to Haley Noblet. Noblet guarded by Kepner. Far side to Sage Wilhide. Wilhide with the basketball, looking for a teammate. Gets it over to Mia Libby near side. Libby's going to back things up, reset the offense. Got it to Wilhide, almost a steal. Now Wilhide strong to the basket. Her shot comes up empty, and a foul will be called on Greencastle. Lauren Poole will be called for the hold, and that will be the second foul for Lauren Poole. And Poole will head to the bench as Jenna Powell comes into the game for Greencastle. 5:16 to go in the second quarter. The Blue Devils with a 14-7 lead over Big Spring as the Bulldogs inbound the basketball. Number 24, Maylee Noriga across the timeline, guarded by Noblet. Gets it off to Kepner. Kepner in front of the Greencastle bench. Going to hand it off to Lainey Noriga. She's going to drive into the paint with the left hand. Spin move in traffic. Shot up, and a travel will be called on Noriga. And she kind of got hung up in a Blue Devil double team. And the turnover back to Greencastle. Again, both teams with outstanding defense. Still no score in this second quarter. Blue Devils with 14 points in the first quarter. Mia Libby strong to the basket is fouled. And Libby, I believe, will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Big Spring foul called on number 30, Aaliyah Eisenberg, her second. It's team foul number 5 for Big Spring. Libby with 3 points in the game. First free throw, no good, so the score will stay at 14-7. Libby will get a second opportunity here from the free throw line. Ball in the air on the way and good. So Mia Libby 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Gives the Blue Devils their biggest lead. Now Libby with a steal on the other end if she can come away with the ball, and somehow she does. It was Mia Libby versus 2 Big Spring players, and Libby wins the battle and knocks down the 3. So give Mia Libby all the credit for that basket. She was able to get the steal, get the ball away from 2 Big Spring players, and then knock down the 3. And that prompts a Big Spring timeout. We'll take a break. 4:31 to go until halftime. Greencastle up 11, 18-7. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network, midpennbroadcasting.com, thesportspage.blog, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org.
Most companies ask for applicants with experience. But where do you get that experience unless somebody gives you a job? Let the U.S. Air Force help. We offer comprehensive job training in over 140 specialties, and we're willing to help pay for the cost of your education to finish your degree. You'll gain unmatched experience for your untapped potential with the United States Air Force. For more information, please contact Sergeant Sear at 717-480-7254. This message was brought to you by the U.S. Air Force in collaboration with Penn Broadcasting.
Welcome back to Greencastle Antrim Senior High School. Big Spring with the basketball coming out of the timeout. Bulldogs trailing 18-7. Greencastle with their biggest lead of the night, 11 points. Clock under 4:20 to go here in the second quarter. 3-point shot by Kepner won't go. Rebounded by Lainey Noriga. Her follow comes up short. Ball batted around. Noriga comes away with a nice pass underneath to Gutschall for the left-handed layup. So Molly Gutschall with her second basket of the night. She has 4 points and gets the Bulldogs back to within 9. Haley Noblet with the basketball, kicks it off to Wilhide, far corner 3 is good. Sage Wilhide with her second 3 of the night. She has 6 points. And the Blue Devils go back up on top by 12, 21-9. Ball comes loose. Libby comes away with it. Now Greencastle with a 3-on-2 break, but Libby's going to have to pull things back. Wilhide, 21-footer is good. So back-to-back threes for Sage Wilhide. And that forces yet another timeout by Big Spring. 30-second timeout called by Randy Jones. And that's the third time she's had to call a timeout here in this first half. Big Spring with just 2 timeouts left in the game. As Sage Wilhide knocking down a pair of 3-pointers. She has 9 points in the game. And the Blue Devils starting to pull away here in this second quarter. Greencastle led 14-7 after the first quarter. They've outscored Big Spring 10-2 through the first 4.5 minutes of the second quarter. And again, the Blue Devils, the number 8 seed in PIAA District 3 5A, looking for the win tonight, and that will secure them a first-round home playoff game next Wednesday night against an opponent to be determined. Still, though, a long way to go in this one. Shot up there by Noriga. Misses everything, and the Blue Devils come away with the basketball. Wilhide again, why not? She has a hot hand. That was short. Ava Wilson had the rebound for a second, and then Olivia Winslow tied her up. So nice hustle there by Olivia Winslow, and the Blue Devils will get the basketball back on the possession arrow. Libby inbounds it to Wilhide. Wilhide tried to bounce pass. I'm not sure if that was to Winslow or to Jenna Powell, but the ball went out of bounds. And the turnover back to Big Spring. Bulldogs need to get the offense rolling here. They trail by 15 with just under 3 minutes to go until halftime. Across the timeline is Emily Sullivan for Big Spring. She goes far side to Lainey Noriga, now up top to Eisenberg. Good ball movement there by Big Spring. Three-point shot by Sullivan comes up short. Ball goes out of bounds. So Big Spring did everything right as far as ball movement, setting up the shot. Just couldn't convert on the three, and the ball goes back to the Blue Devils, leading by 15, 2.5 minutes to go until halftime. Sage Wilhide thought about a three. Now she's going to try and bounce it into Jenna Powell, but the ball goes off Powell and out of bounds. The turnover will give the ball back to Big Spring. 2:26 to go until halftime. Haley Noblet with a little bit of defensive pressure there as Lainey Noriga across the timeline for Big Spring. Noriga looks to drive. Nice kick out to Moore. Layla Moore's shot comes up short, and the Blue Devils with the rebound. Powell gets it off to Mia Libby. Libby across the timeline with the basketball for Greencastle. Far side to Haley Noblet. Noblet looks to drive left hand to the basket. Her shot won't fall. Jenna Powell had it for a second, but then it was taken away by Eisenberg. And now Big Spring looks to counterattack on the other end, inside to Moore. Moore thought about a shot, now kicks it out to Sullivan. Sullivan, tough little runner, won't go. And a foul, I believe, will be called on Greencastle. Not sure if it was after the shot or during the shot. Looks like it will be a shooting foul. Or no, it won't be. I take that back. The block came after the shot. More substitutions for Big Spring. Into the game is Maley Noriga. Emily Sullivan will head to the bench. Inbound pass, Moore left all alone. Her three-point shot a little strong. Scramble for the rebound. Sage Wilhide comes away with it. Down to 1:40 to go in the second quarter. Blue Devils with the basketball and a 24-9 lead. 15 points is the Blue Devils' biggest lead of the night. Now here's Mia Libby with the basketball, looking for a teammate, working around near side to Haley Noblet. Now back up top to Libby, working around to Wilhide. Wilhide comes off a screen, gets it off to Libby. Libby guarded by Eisenberg. Wilhide alone for three, a little short there. Nice rebound by Ava Wilson for the Big Spring. And the Bulldogs look to counterattack down the floor. Three-point shot on the way by Eisenberg comes up short, and a rebound pulled down by Jenna Powell for the Blue Devils. Under a minute to go until halftime. Three-point shot near corner from Noblet is good. Haley Noblet with her second triple of the night. She has 6. And the Blue Devils extend the lead out to 18 points, 27-9. Greencastle with just 40 seconds to go here in this quarter. Three-point shot by Eisenberg. Thought that might have been tipped by a Greencastle player, but apparently not. The ball goes out of bounds, and the Blue Devils will get possession. Greencastle with the basketball and an 18-point lead. Clock down to 30 seconds to go until halftime. Libby with a handoff to Wilhide. Greencastle looking to run a little clock here with a three-man weave up top. Libby almost lost it, but able to get it back. Under 20 seconds to go until halftime. Sage Wilhide with the basketball in front of us. Gives it off to Noblet. Noblet had it knocked free but was able to come away with it. Down to 10 seconds. Tried to get it to Winslow. Ball knocked free. Wilhide will try a three and knock it down. So Sage Wilhide in traffic with a three is good. And that will end the first half as Sage Wilhide with 9 points in this second quarter. She has 12 in the game. And the Blue Devils will head into the halftime locker room with a 30-9 lead over Big Spring. We will be back with the halftime show right after this. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network. MidPennBroadcasting.com, thesportspage.blog, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org.
Banking done your way. It's the power to make life better. It's the convenience of managing funds anytime, anywhere with mobile banking. Even better, it's the satisfaction of working with local pros who are more responsive and in tune with you. That's why today, more families and businesses are choosing F&M Trust. So when you're ready to have banking done your way, visit any of F&M Trust's 22 locations, all right here in South Central PA, and online at fmtrust.bank. Member FDIC.
Most companies ask for applicants with experience. But where do you get that experience unless somebody gives you a job? Let the U.S. Air Force help. We offer comprehensive job training in over 140 specialties, and we're willing to help pay for the cost of your education to finish your degree. You'll gain unmatched experience for your untapped potential with the United States Air Force. For more information, please contact Sergeant Sear at 717-480-7254. This message was brought to you by the U.S. Air Force in collaboration with Penn Broadcasting.
You can count on Premier HVAC services for all your heating and cooling needs. Same-day service, free estimates, 24-hour emergency services, price match guarantee, and free second opinions. Phone 717-597-9900 or visit us online at premierhvacpa.com. Premier HVAC Services, the experience you deserve.
Turn your house into a home at Franklin Hardware and Pet Center. We specialize in pet supplies, lawn care, and hunting, camping, and fishing supplies. Franklin Hardware and Pet Center, 1975 Philadelphia Avenue, Chambersburg. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Phone 717-263-2624.
Greencastle Eye Care Center has been the area's premier eye care provider since 1984. Dr. Sandra Fink-Freeman and Dr. Charlie Parsons provide comprehensive eye exams, including medical eye exams and contact lens fittings for patients from age 1 to over 100. The office has a complete optical department with a wide variety of frames for adults and children. Conveniently located in the John Grove Medical Center off Exit 5 along I-81, Greencastle Eye Care Center is your family eye care provider, always accepting new patients. Call us at 717-597-7708.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
At Horace Mann, we believe educators are taking care of our children's future and deserve to have someone help them take care of theirs. That's why we're here, to help educators protect what they have today with quality, affordable insurance and prepare for tomorrow with a variety of financial solutions. Visit your Greencastle representative, Jeff Coons, at 140 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, or call 717-597-4532. Horace Mann, founded by educators for educators.
Welcome back to Greencastle Antrim Senior High School. We are at the half with the Blue Devils with a 30-9 lead over Big Spring. The halftime show tonight brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local area insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. During the pregame show, we talked about the Big Spring defense and the job they had done this week, holding Boiling Springs to just 5 points and Shippensburg to 17 points. Well, apparently there's no defense that can work that well against hot three-point shooting, and that's exactly what Greencastle has done tonight. The Blue Devils knocking down 8 3-pointers in that first half as they jump out to a 30-9 halftime lead over Big Spring. Sage Wilhide led the Blue Devils in that first half. She had 12 points for the Blue Devils, 6 points for Haley Noblet, 6 points for Mia Libby, 3 points for Lauren Poole, and 2 points for Jenna Powell in the game. For Big Spring, Emily Sullivan, Sullivan and Molly Gutschall led. I take that back. I have Gutschall with 4, Layla Moore with 3, and Lenny Noriga with 2 points in the game for Big Spring. Again, Big Spring came into this game this evening with a record of 11-2 in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. They were just a half game behind Shippensburg. A win by Big Spring tonight would put them into a first-place tie and a share of the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division championship with Shippensburg. But again, the Blue Devils so far tonight have had something to say about that with this 30-9 lead. Don't forget, Greencastle did lead by 10 against Big Spring the first time these two schools played. Greencastle led 19-9 at the half, but Big Spring was able to get it back to within a 3-point game late before the Blue Devils were able to hold on and defeat Big Spring 37-33. So again, we'll see what type of adjustments are made by each head coach at the half and what effect it has as both these teams come out to start the third quarter. Again, both teams on the floor warming up. We're just about 3 minutes away from the start of the third quarter, and we will take a break. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network, MidPennBroadcasting.com, thesportspage.blog, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org.
Banking done your way. It's the power to make life better by working with local pros who are more in tune with you. When you're ready to have banking done your way, visit any of F&M Trust's 22 locations, all here in South Central PA, and online at fmtrust.bank.
Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializes in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Our therapists are experts in utilizing the most current therapy techniques, from hands-on manipulation to therapeutic exercise and aquatic therapy. We are a locally owned and operated practice and have a vested interest in the individual patient and community. Shippensburg Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, online at shippt.com. Phone 717-477-8030.
Barn Quilt Trails are in 45 states in America, and the newest trail is in Franklin County, Pennsylvania. Follow the trail, the Stitches in Time Barn Quilt Trail. It is a great way to explore Franklin County any time of the year. 3 dozen quilt squares hosted at more than 2 dozen sites, showcases of the charm of small towns, the beauty of farmland and forest, share stories of history, and commemorates family and friends. Visit ExploreFranklinCountyPA.com to view the guidebook online or download a copy. Contact 717-552-2977 if you would like a copy mailed. It's a great way to explore Franklin County, PA.
You might know the name Lecron. For more than 30 years, Lecron's Comfort Solutions has been taking care of heating and cooling needs for residents throughout Greencastle, Mercersburg, Waynesboro, and Chambersburg. Our professional, uniformed HVAC technicians arrive on time and treat you and your home with respect. Visit lcomfortsolutions.com and book your free estimate today. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local name, professional work.
Welcome back to Greencastle Antrim Senior High School, the halftime show, brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. Third quarter underway here from Greencastle. Big Spring with the basketball and a pass to Aaliyah Eisenberg just out of her reach. And the turnover will give the ball back to Greencastle. Just underway, third quarter here. Blue Devils with a 30-9 lead. As we start the second half, John Freeman with you. Friday night basketball from Greencastle in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. Libby strong to the basket, up and good. So Mia Libby with the bucket for Greencastle. I have her with 8 points in the game. Make that 9. And Greencastle again with their biggest lead, 32-9. Blue Devils by 23 here in this second half. 3-point shot up and on the way by Sullivan won't fall. And the rebound pulled down by Sage Wilhide for Greencastle. She works it up ahead to Mia Libby. Libby goes far side to Haley Noblet. Noblet looks to dribble with the left hand, come around to Libby with the basketball. Mia Libby looks to drive, 15-foot jumper, a little bit strong. Big scramble underneath for the rebound. I think Jenna Powell came away with it and got it off to Sage Wilhide. Now Lauren Poole in the corner with the basketball. Bounce pass underneath to Noblet. And the ball goes out of bounds. I think you're going to say it was last touched by Big Spring. So the Blue Devils will maintain possession of the basketball. 6:45 to go. Third quarter. Greencastle again with the basketball, leading by 23, and Libby just gets it inbounds to Noblet. Just beat the 5-second count. So the Blue Devils with the basketball will set the offense here. Libby looks to drive, now lobs it up to Lauren Poole. Poole off the glass, won't go, gets it back. Her follow won't go. Ball loose on the floor and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Big Spring. So the Blue Devils will get another opportunity here. Inbound to Wilhide. She's open for 3, just a little bit short. Nice offensive rebound there by Lauren Poole. She'll give it to Noblet for 3. And Haley Noblet drains that. Her third three-pointer of the game. She has 9, and the Blue Devils extend the lead to 26 points. Greencastle with a 35-9 lead, 6:09 to go. Shot thrown up by Noriga won't fall, and the rebound pulled down by Jenna Powell. She almost lost it, but Mia Libby was able to come away with a loose basketball for Greencastle. Wilhide again for 3. Shot on the way, just misses to the right. Powell with the offensive follow won't go. Rebounded by Layla Moore for Big Spring. Moore looks to push the ball across the midcourt line, gets it over to Sullivan. Sullivan goes far corner. Eisenberg 3 is good. Aaliyah Eisenberg with her first basket of the night. She has 3 points. And if Big Spring's going to get back into this game, they're going to have to start knocking down threes just like that. 35-12, and now Greencastle's going to have to hurry to get this ball across the timeline. Mike Ryan with a very smart timeout. I think he may have called that at about 9.4 seconds as Greencastle was about to be trapped in the backcourt. But the timeout by Mike Ryan, a 30-second timeout called by the Blue Devils. We'll stay right here. Again, Greencastle looking to wrap up the regular season with 5 consecutive wins. They've won their last 4 as the Blue Devils look to make a push towards the District 3 playoffs, which get underway next Wednesday night. Greencastle, as it stands right now, is the number 8 seed in the 5A classification. That would earn them a first-round home game. I believe it's West York that is the number 9 seed right now, but that can certainly change over the next 24 hours before the power rankings are finalized sometime Sunday morning. But again, a win here for the Blue Devils will essentially assure them a first-round home playoff game. Nice pass inside to Lauren Poole. And Poole with the shot off the glass and good. She has 5 points in the game for Greencastle. And the Blue Devils back up by 25. 37-12. Sullivan able to get the ball across the timeline. Nice defense there by Haley Noblet. Now Eisenberg, nice drive to the basket. And Aaliyah Eisenberg has 5 points in this third quarter. Quickly on the other end, Jenna Powell all by herself. Can't get the shot to fall. Lauren Poole's follow won't go. Now there's 3 players on the floor, and the ball is tied up. And it will stay with Big Spring as another mass substitution for Big Spring. 4 players into the game. That essentially empties the bench with 9 players on the roster. You bring 4 in, that leaves the bench empty for a second. Greencastle off the inbound pass, far corner 3 for Mia Libby is good. And the Blue Devils continue to roll here in this third quarter. Libby with 12 points on the game. She's tied with Sage Wilhide for the high scorer in the game. Blue Devils by 26, 4:20 to go, third quarter. Now Noblet almost with a steal. 3-point shot on the way there by Maylee Noriga won't fall. And the Blue Devils on the other end. Nice job by Libby. She can't get the shot to fall. Ball goes out of bounds. And it touched a Big Spring player while she was on the end line, so the Blue Devils will get the ball back. Libby inbound to Wilhide, now back to Libby, far corner. She'll dribble it out, work it up to Noblet, top of the circle. Lauren Poole near side with the basketball, reverse it to Libby, now all the way around to Noblet for a far corner 3 off the front of the rim, won't go. Rebounded by Molly Gutschall for Big Spring. And there's a cross-court pass stolen by Mia Libby, and she's going to go coast to coast for the layup. So Mia Libby all over the floor. And another basket for the Blue Devils sophomore. She has 14 points in the game, leads all scorers. And the Blue Devils extend the lead to 42-14. Now here's a steal by Noblet, and now the ball is tied up. Possession arrow points the way of Big Spring, so the Bulldogs will keep possession of the ball. Kepner to inbound the ball for Big Spring, 3:30 to go in the third quarter. Maylee Noriga across the timeline, bounce pass to Kepner. Kepner guarded by Mia Libby up top. 3-point shot on the way by Snyder won't fall. And the ball goes out of bounds. And it will stay in possession of Big Spring. Diana Kepner to inbound the basketball for Big Spring. She gets it in. 3-point shot by Noriga won't fall. And the rebound pulled down by Sage Wilhide. Now Wilhide in trouble, was able to throw it off the leg of a Big Spring player, so Greencastle will keep the ball. 3:08 to go, third quarter. Blue Devils again with a 42-14 lead. And now Big Spring's going to go for the full court press to create the turnover because they need the basketball and some points, and they do get the steal. Lob it inside. Nice move there by Lainey Noriga to get some open space and knock it off the glass and good. Basket for Big Spring gets them back within 26. And again, Big Spring with the full court press. Greencastle able to get it inside to Powell. Her shot is blocked, but a foul will be called. Underneath, Greencastle did a nice job working the ball through that Big Spring full court press. Foul called on number 23, Haley Snyder. That's just her first, and that's only the first foul here in the second half. So Jenna Powell to the line. She has 2 points in the game. Make that 3 as she knocks down the free throw. And again, another 4-player substitution for Big Spring, as they try and keep some fresh legs in the game. As they, like I said, they want to keep that defensive pressure up, try and get some stops and get some points and try and get back in this game. As Jenna Powell converts on the second free throw, 2 for 2 from the line. She has 5 points in the game. 4 points in the game. Powell heads to the bench. Olivia Winslow checks in for Greencastle. Across the timeline, Sullivan gets it off to Gutschall. Work it up top to Aaliyah Eisenberg. Now all the way around to Sullivan, inside to Ava Wilson. She lost her footing and lost the ball. Now Libby comes away with it. Libby again coast to coast with the layup. 16 points in the game for Mia Libby. Blue Devils by 30, 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Layla Moore with the basketball for Big Spring, picks up the dribble, looks for a teammate, skips it all the way across to Emily Sullivan. Now Sullivan comes up top to Gutschall, back to Sullivan. Greencastle still in the man-to-man defense here against Big Spring. Moore with the basketball, guarded by Sage Wilhide, looking for a cutter, nothing there. Now Moore's going to take it to the basket herself, can't get the shot to fall. Wilson with a nice offensive rebound for Big Spring. Bounce pass inside the Moore. Moore double teamed. Her shot was blocked by Sage Wilhide. Now the Blue Devils look to counterattack. Libby on the other end, strong to the basket, is good. So Mia Libby making a living on those end-to-end layups. Libby leads all scorers. She has 18 points in the game, and the Blue Devils up by 32 with a minute 15 to go here in this third quarter. Big Spring with the basketball. Emily Sullivan goes far side to Moore, now far corner. Aaliyah Eisenberg with the basketball back to Moore. Her three-point shot a little strong. Pile up underneath as multiple players go to the floor. And a foul will be called on Greencastle. I think Olivia Winslow thought it was on Big Spring. She was heading to the other end of the floor. She quickly gets herself back. Inbound play, three-point shot there by Sullivan, a little bit short. Jenna Powell had the rebound and is able to come away with it. I'll get it over to Libby. Libby, strong cross-court pass. Haley Noblet, three-point shot is good. And again, Greencastle firing on all cylinders this evening. 12 points for Haley Noblet. Blue Devils by 35 as we approach the end of this third quarter. Big Spring with the basketball. Wilson gives it up to Sullivan. Sullivan goes back to Wilson. Clock down to 3 seconds. Libby with the ball. Why not end it with a Libby three-point shot? And she just misses. Would have been a fitting end to a Mia Libby third quarter for the sophomore to knock down that three, but it just wasn't in the cards. We've played 3 quarters of basketball from Greencastle. Blue Devils rolling tonight, folks, 51-16 over Big Spring. You're listening to Blue Devil basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network. MidPennBroadcasting.com, thesportspage.blog, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org.
Banking done your way. It's the power to make life better. It's the convenience of managing funds anytime, anywhere with mobile banking. Even better, it's the satisfaction of working with local pros who are more responsive and in tune with you. That's why today, more families and businesses are choosing F&M Trust. So when you're ready to have banking done your way, visit any of F&M Trust's 22 locations, all right here in South Central PA, and online at fmtrust.bank. Member FDIC.
Most companies ask for applicants with experience. But where do you get that experience unless somebody gives you a job? Let the U.S. Air Force help. We offer comprehensive job training in over 140 specialties, and we're willing to help pay for the cost of your education to finish your degree. You'll gain unmatched experience for your untapped potential with the United States Air Force. For more information, please contact Sergeant Sear at 717-480-7254. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Three-point basket to open up the fourth quarter by Sage Wilhide. She has 15. And again, the Blue Devils continue to roll. 54 points so far tonight, holding Big Spring to just 16 through 3 quarters. The Blue Devils outscoring the Bulldogs 21-7 in that third quarter. Big Spring with the basketball. Sullivan looks to drive, kicks it off to Eisenberg. Nice ball movement here by Big Spring. Now Moore strong to the basket. Her shot was blocked. Ava Wilson able to come away with a loose basketball for Big Spring. Now Lainey Noriga with it, goes over to Eisenberg. Hand off to Moore. Moore, nice left-handed drive in the paint is good. So Layla Moore with the basket. She is fouled, and she will head to the line. Blue Devil foul on Olivia Winslow, her first. And that will bring Lauren Poole back into the game to replace Winslow, as Layla Moore will head to the line to shoot the free throw, trying to complete the three-point play for Big Spring. And she does exactly that. 6 points in the game for Moore. Leads all Bulldog scorers this evening. And again, more substitutions for Big Spring as they try and find some sort of combination to try and get back into this game. Greencastle with the ball and a 35-point lead. We should be in a running clock situation here in the fourth quarter with the Blue Devil lead of over 30 points. Noblet with the basketball comes near side to Mia Libby. Libby looks to drive, almost lost it, now gets it back, drives down the paint, floater in the lane. Won't go, but a whistle and a foul. And I think we're going to be heading the other way. Offensive foul called on Mia Libby. Libby with just her second foul of the game. Greencastle with 3 team fouls here in this second half. So Big Spring with the basketball. Noblet knocks it away from Sullivan. Ball goes out of bounds, and Big Spring will keep possession of the basketball. As Maylee Noriga checks into the game for Big Spring. She replaces Emily Sullivan. Now Noriga with the basketball for Big Spring. She brings it across the timeline, comes up top to Ava Wilson. Wilson goes far side. Noriga now to number 22. That's Diana Kepner into the game for Big Spring. Noriga, nice behind the back dribble, drive down the lane, and good. So a nice move there by Maylee Noriga. She has 2 points in the game. Blue Devil lead cut to 33, 5:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, Greencastle well in control of this one with a 54-21 lead over Big Spring. Now Libby triple team, gives it off to Lauren Poole. Poole has her pass deflected, and Ava Wilson comes away with a loose basketball for Big Spring. Quickly up the floor, Kepner near wing. Thought about a 3, now gets it over to Wilson between the circles. Wilson's going to hand it off to Eisenberg. Now back to Kepner, lob it inside to Lainey Noriga. Her shot off the glass is good. And a timeout called by Big Spring. So the Bulldogs with 1 timeout left in the game. We'll take a break. 4:58 to go in this one. Blue Devils well in control. 54-23 over Big Spring. You're listening to Blue Devil basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network. MidPennBroadcasting.com, thesportspage.blog, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org.
Greencastle Eye Care Center has been the area's premier eye care provider since 1984. Dr. Sandra Fink-Freeman and Dr. Charlie Parsons provide comprehensive eye exams, including medical eye exams and contact lens fittings for patients from age 1 to over 100. The office has a complete optical department with a wide variety of frames for adults and children. Conveniently located in the John Grove Medical Center off Exit 5 along I-81, Greencastle Eye Care Center is your family eye care provider, always accepting new patients. Call us at 717-597-7708.
Welcome back to Greencastle Antrim Senior High School. Off the timeout, Greencastle with the basketball. Under 5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Nice bounce pass to Jenna Powell. Her shot is blocked. Ball knocked around. Big Spring comes away with it. Ava Wilson gets it over to Lainey Noriga. Noriga's going to bring it up the court herself. Over to Kepner for a 3-point shot is good. So Diana Kepner with the 3-point shot. Big Spring making a little run here in this fourth quarter. Still trail by 28. Blue Devils with the basketball, leading by 28. Clock ticking down to 4:20 to go in the ball game. Now Libby tries to dribble through a double team, and she is fouled. Libby helped to her feet by her teammates and also a couple of Big Spring players helping Mia Libby back up. Clock is still running. Again, we are in a running clock situation here as Greencastle had the 35-point lead. Inbound pass thrown off the leg of a Big Spring player. Blue Devils will keep possession, and that will keep the clock running. Libby gets it into Sage Wilhide. Wilhide thought about a 3. Now it's just going to kick it out up top to Noblet. Noblet guarded by Kepner. Bounce pass to Lauren Poole. Poole goes far side to Libby. Greencastle looking to run a little time here. Blue Devils with the basketball, leading 54-26. 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Near side, Lauren Poole with the basketball. Dribble exchange, gives it off to Noblet between the circles. Noblet guarded by Kepner. Now comes near side to Libby. Libby looks to drive. Cut off nicely there by Eisenberg. Far side, Sage Wilhide with the basketball. Wilhide tried to bounce it into Jenna Powell, but a nice defensive play there by Ava Wilson for Big Spring. Knocks the ball out of bounds. And again, another substitution for Big Spring. 4 fresh players onto the floor. Clock continues to roll, ticking down to 3 minutes to go in this. Final regular season game for the Blue Devils. As a win here will allow Greencastle to finish the season with a record of 13-3. Libby dribbling the basketball, comes near side to Noblet. Now far side, far corner, Sage Wilhide had it. And I think they're going to say it was a foul, and there was a foul called on Big Spring. Number 34, Emily Sullivan, will be called for the foul, her first. Team foul number 3. So again, Greencastle still 4 fouls away from going to the free throw line. Ball inbounded to Haley Noblet. Bounce pass near side to Libby. Libby between the legs. Now she's going to back things out, reset the offense. Libby gives it off to Noblet. Noblet's going to dribble around, tried to get it inside to Lauren Poole. Nice defensive play by Lainey Noriga. Noriga's going to go down the floor, tried to sidestep Libby. And a foul is going to be called on Libby for the block. So score the basket for Lainey Noriga. Free throw is up and good. 54-29, Greencastle with a 25-point lead, under 2 minutes to go in the game. Sage Wilhide with the basketball, gets it off to Noblet. Nice bounce pass to Jenna Powell, and Powell's going to be called for a travel. Powell kind of jumped, shuffled the feet, and then put the layup in. So that was a good call there by the officials, as a clear travel by Jenna Powell. Big Spring with the basketball, running out of time here, down by 25 with a little over a minute to go. 3-point shot on the way by Noriga won't fall. Rebound by Sage Wilhide for the Blue Devils. She gives it off to Noblet. Nice little behind the back dribble by Noblet to create some space. Noblet goes far side to Mia Libby. Libby guarded by Layla Moore. Near side, Noblet with the basketball. Clock ticking down to 1 minute to go in the ball game. Beautiful pass to Lauren Poole. Poole with a nice cut down the baseline. Noblet saw her. Poole was able to score. Lauren Poole with 7 points as the ball goes off the head of a Big Spring player and out of bounds. So Greencastle will get it back as the clock continues to run, down to 42 seconds to go in this ball game. Again, Greencastle will wrap up the regular season with a 13-3 record, 11-3 in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. The Blue Devils will finish in a second-place tie with this Big Spring team. Both the Bulldogs and Blue Devils will finish with records of 11-3 in the division. Foul called up top on number 22, Diana Kepner. And again, the clock continues to run, down to 10 seconds. And that will essentially end the game. Greencastle will inbound the ball into the backcourt. Haley Noblet will dribble out the clock as the regular season comes to an end for Greencastle. Blue Devils with a big, big win tonight, knocking off Big Spring by a score of 56-29. As the Blue Devils head to the postseason next week, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the postgame show. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on the F&M Trust Sports Network, midpennbroadcasting.com, thesportspage.blog, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org.
Banking done your way. It's the power to make life better by working with local pros who are more in tune with you. When you're ready to have banking done your way, visit any of F&M Trust's 22 locations, all here in South Central PA, and online at fmtrust.bank.
People say I'm too serious. Those funny ads for car insurance do nothing for me. I like Erie Insurance. It's seriously good. A great rate, legendary service, accident forgiveness. Not 1 but 8 reasons to switch. Woohoo! See, I can get as excited as the next guy.
Your local Erie agent is Antrim Insurance Agency, 717-593-0500, or visit antriminsurancepa.com.
You can count on Premier HVAC services for all your heating and cooling needs. Same-day service, free estimates, 24-hour emergency services, price match guarantee, and free second opinions. Phone 717-597-9900 or visit us online at premierhvacpa.com. Premier HVAC Services, the experience you deserve.
Klein Tours presents the Texas Tour April 18th to 23rd, 2021 as we travel to San Antonio, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin. Join in the Fiesta San Antonio celebration with our hotel located on the Riverwalk. Visit the Alamo, have dinner on a private canal barge on the Riverwalk, dine in the Tower of Americas, tour the LBJ Library in Austin. We visit Cowboy Stadium, 6th Floor Museum, tour and dine at South Fork Ranch and Billy Bob's, the world's largest honky-tonk. We'll visit the stockyards in Fort Worth for a cattle drive. Round-trip air and round-trip airport transportation included. Visit kleintours.net or phone 717-597-5997 for more information.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Barn quilt trails are in 45 states in America, and the newest trail is in Franklin County, Pennsylvania. Follow the trail, the Stitches in Time Barn Quilt Trail. It is a great way to explore Franklin County any time of the year. 3 dozen quilt squares hosted at more than 2 dozen sites, showcases of the charm of small towns, the beauty of farmland and forest, share stories of history, and commemorates family and friends. Visit explorefranklincountypa.com to view the guidebook online or download a copy. Contact 717-552-2977 if you would like a copy mailed. It's a great way to explore Franklin County, PA. Turn your house into a home at Franklin Hardware and Pet Center. We specialize in pet supplies, lawn care, and hunting, camping, and fishing supplies. Franklin Hardware and Pet Center, 1975 Philadelphia Avenue, Chambersburg. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Phone 717-263-2624.
Welcome back to Greencastle Antrim Senior High School on our Friday evening Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division girls basketball night. The Blue Devils with a big victory tonight, wrapping up the regular season with a 56-29 victory over Big Spring. The post-game show tonight brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, and 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. John Freeman wrapping things up with you here from Greencastle. The Blue Devils jumped out to a 14-7 lead after the game's first 8 minutes, and then it was those next 2 quarters, that middle 16 of the game, where Greencastle dominated, outscoring Big Spring 37-9 in the second and third quarter, as the Blue Devils took a 35-point lead into the fourth quarter and cruised to a 26-point lead, or 27-point victory tonight over Big Spring. Again, Big Spring coming into the game with a record of 14-2, 11-2 in the Mid-Penn Conference Colonial Division. And the Blue Devils this week with 3 very big victories, defeating Shippensburg, who was at that time undefeated in the Colonial. Greencastle defeated Shippensburg Monday night 48-16, and tonight defeating a 2-loss Big Spring team by a score of 56-29. The old cliche is you want to peak at the right time as you head into the postseason, and Greencastle is certainly doing just that. The Blue Devils will head into next week's PIAA District 3 postseason in the 5A classification, most likely as the number 8 seed. We'll have to see till how everything shakes out over the next 48 hours or so. The final power ranking should be released sometime late Sunday morning or maybe early Sunday afternoon. And again, the Blue Devils expected to be in that top 8, which will give them a first-round home game right here on Wednesday night against an opponent to be determined. And again, we will have that game for you right here on WRGG 93.7 FM, also midpennbroadcasting.com and the sportspage.blog. Leading the scoring tonight for Greencastle, highly unofficial scorekeeping, as I was trying to broadcast and keep stats at the same time. Mia Livy with 16 points in the game. Sage Wilhide with 15. Wilhide with 4 3-pointers in that second quarter when Greencastle established dominance in the game. So Wilhide finishes with 15, 12 points on the night for Haley Noblet. All those coming from beyond the 3-point line. 7 points for Lauren Poole, and I have 5 points in the game for Jenna Powell. I have 13 unofficially I have 13 3-pointers tonight for Greencastle in this game. Layla Moore led Big Spring. She had 6 points in the game. I had 5 points for Aaliyah Eisenberg, 4 for Molly Gutschall, 3 for Diana Kepner, 4 for Lainey Noriga, and 2 for Maylee Noriga. As Big Spring, again, even with the defeat tonight, they will head into the District 3 4A playoffs next week. Again, most likely with a home playoff game. They came into the game as the number 5 seed in the 4A classification. They could fall based on tonight's loss, but certainly we don't expect them to fall any further than that would keep them in a home game situation in the playoffs next week. So best of luck to Big Spring as they start the 4A playoffs next week, and Greencastle will start the 5A playoffs. And again, we will have that game for you right here on WRGG next Wednesday night. We're going to assume a 7 o'clock tip-off, but once we get that information, we will be sure to let you know. Tonight's post-game show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. Once again, the Blue Devils wrap up the regular season in impressive fashion as they defeat Big Spring by a score of 56-29. And again, we'll see you back here with our next broadcast on WRGG next Wednesday for the first round of the PIAA District 3 playoffs. For Matt Rock on the camera, great job as always. I'm John Freeman. You have yourself a wonderful night, and we'll see you back here next Wednesday for the playoffs.
Tonight's game brought to you by F&M Trust. If your banking relation feels too distant lately, switch to F&M Trust. F&M Trust is local and makes sure banking is done your way every day. Learn more at fnmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC. Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. The Franklin County Visitors Bureau, your great moments are waiting in Franklin County. Let the Franklin County Visitors Bureau help you plan your visit to the beautiful Cumberland Valley. United States Air Force. Aim high, make a living with a career that makes a difference. The U.S. Air Force. Dale Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 40 years. Shippensburg Physical Therapy with offices in Shippensburg, Greencastle, Waynesboro, and Newville, specializing in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Greencastle Eye Care, a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Greencastle community since 1984. Premier HVAC Services of Greencastle, your local heating and air conditioning professionals. The Sports Page, your news source for Franklin County sports, is at thesportspage.blog. Franklin Hardware and Pet Center, 1975 Philadelphia Avenue in Chambersburg. Horace Mann, founded by educators for educators. Visit Greencastle Representative Jeff Coons, 116 South Antrim Way, Greencastle. Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County. Olympian Athletics, 55 West Main Street, Waynesboro. Let us outfit your team with uniforms, warm-ups, hats, and so much more. Monnour Pharmacy of St. Thomas and Mercersburg, and McLaughlin Drugstore of Chambersburg. And Klein Tours. Visit kleintours.net for a complete tour schedule.